Okay, we're going to work on algebraic proofs in this lesson. So, algebraic proofs, we're going to do this in terms of two column proofs. So on one side you're going to do the algebra, and then on the other side you're just going to explain your reasoning to me. And you're going to use a lot of these properties. However, most of these properties you already know about. Okay, we know that we can add to both sides and our equation still equals. The same with subtraction, multiplication, and division. We can do all of those things to both sides to solve our equation. We even know the distributive property really well. Substitution is going to be our other big one, these two down at the bottom. So these are really going to be the ones we're going to use the most. Reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, we'll get to those eventually. We won't use those as much in this lesson. So we're going to start and we're going to solve. Actually, I'm giving you the answer. I want you to prove and show me that -5 times the quantity x plus 4 is going to equal 70. I want you to show me every step and tell me what you're doing for each step as well. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make two columns. I'm going to say that this column, my first one, is going to be my statements. And then on the other side, I'm going to have my reasons. Those are going to be my two columns. Column 1, this is where you're going to do all the algebra. So I'm going to number mine. That way I can keep all of them straight. And my first one that I'm going to do is I'm just going to put what was given to me in there. I was given that -5 times my quantity x plus 4 equals 70. And my reason for starting with that is it was given to me. Okay? That's how you're going to start all of these. Start with what you're given. Then you're trying to show me that x equals -18. Okay? So we're going to do this step by step. The first step that we would do is we would take that -5 and we would multiply it in there. So on number 2, we'll label it as number 2, we're going to say that we did -5x minus 20 equals 70. And on the other side, the reason for that, now I want you to tell me what you actually did. What property did you use? Well, this is known as the distributive property from the previous slide. So I'm going to put in here distributive. Okay? That's my distributive property. Next, I'm going to show you how the book would write this next. Okay? I don't care if you do this. It adds a few extra steps when you do it. I'm okay if you kind of jump the gun a little bit on it. So here's how the book is going to do it. Okay, our next step would be to add 20 to both sides. We're trying to get x by itself. So we're going to add 20 to both sides. Your book is going to do it like this. They're going to go -5x minus 20 plus 20 equals 70 plus 20. They're showing you that you added 20 to both sides. So they would call this the additive property. Okay, then the next step, we would actually simplify that. Okay, so step 4, and again, this is how the book would do it. They would make it -5x equals 90. Okay, and they would call that then substitution. Okay, then I'm going to show you how I would do it personally on this next one. Okay, it'll take away a step here and there. So for step 5, then I would divide by -5 on both sides. So I'm going to jump the gun, and I'm fine if you do this as well when you do it. And you say, hey, I'm dividing by -5, and when I divide by -5, that's going to get me a value of x equals -18. And the property that we would list there is division, because that's what I'm doing to both sides. Again, if you want to do it like the book does it in steps 3 and 4, or if you'd like to jump it straight from 4 to 5, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay?